Great Bible Stories channel presents the sixth Bible story, The Journey of Abraham, a story of faith and promise. Bible passage, Genesis 15 to 18. This Bible story is presented in 4 episodes. The first episode is The Lord's Covenant with Abram. Bible passage, Genesis 15. Abram was deeply concerned about one significant issue. He had no children to inherit his legacy. He wondered who would inherit his home and all his possessions. God spoke to Abram in a vision. "Do not be afraid, Abram. I am your shield and your great reward." Abram felt comforted, but still uncertain, so he asked, "Lord, what can you give me? I am childless, and my servant Eliezer will inherit everything." God replied, "No, Abram, your own son will be your heir. Look up, count the stars. If you can count them, so shall your offspring be." Abram believed this promise, and in that faith, he was deemed righteous in God's eyes. God also promised Abram land to possess, yet Abram asked, "How can I be sure I will receive this land?" His doubts remained. God instructed Abram to prepare a special offering, a heifer, a goat, and a ram, along with a dove and a young pigeon, laid out before him. As the sun set, a deep sleep fell upon Abram, and a vision unfolded, revealing the future of his descendants. When the sun was fully set, a smoking firepot and a blazing torch appeared, sealing God's powerful promise. God declared, "To your descendants, I give this land," and a sacred covenant was established.
The second episode is the story of Hagar and Ishmael. Bible passage, Genesis 16. Abram and Sarai yearned for something precious, children, after living in Canaan for 10 years. Sarai felt a deep ache in her heart because she had no children, feeling lonely in her own home. Then, Sarai suggested to Abram, "Let's have a child through my servant Hagar. It's our chance to expand our family." Abram agreed, and soon Hagar became part of their household, expecting a child of her own. However, as Hagar began to disregard Sarai, Sarai grew increasingly upset. "Now she despises me!" Sarai cried out to Abram. Abram replied, "She is your servant. You can handle it as you see fit." Feeling hurt, Sarai treated Hagar harshly. Overwhelmed with fear and isolation, Hagar fled into the desert. But God did not forget Hagar. An angel found her near a spring in the desert. The angel asked, "Hagar, where are you going?" She replied, "I'm running away from my mistress Sarai." The angel instructed her, "Return to Sarai and submit. I will bless you with countless descendants." The angel told her, "You will have a son named Ishmael, for God has heard your cries." Realizing that God truly sees her pain, Hagar named him the God who sees me. With renewed faith, Hagar returned home to Sarai, prepared to face whatever lay ahead. Soon after, Hagar gave birth to Ishmael, and Abram's heart was filled with joy. This journey was challenging, but Hagar discovered that God sees us in every struggle. No matter the storms you encounter, remember that God is always there with you, seeing and caring.
The third episode is titled From Abram to Abraham. Bible passage, Genesis 17. Welcome to the land of Canaan. Here lives Abram, a 99-year-old man who has been patiently awaiting God's promise. One day God appeared to Abram and said, "I am God Almighty. Walk before me and be faithful." Abram was in awe, falling face down, overwhelmed by God's presence. God continued, "You will be the father of many nations. From now on, you are no longer Abram. Your name is Abraham." God also declared, "Your wife will no longer be called Sarai. Her name will be Sarah, for she will be the mother of nations." God added, "I will make you very fruitful, and kings will come from you. This land will belong to you forever, and I will be your God." Then, God provided a sign, a special symbol of his promise. Every male in Abraham's household must be circumcised. Abraham understood the seriousness of this command, but couldn't help but laugh. After all, 100-year-old father. Really? He also wondered about his son Ishmael. Questions filled his mind, but God's reassurance was unwavering. God said, "Sarah will bear a son named Isaac. Through him, my covenant will continue." Without hesitation, Abraham obeyed. He circumcised every male in his household, including Ishmael. This isn't just an ancient tale, it's a powerful lesson in faith and trust for all of us. The fourth episode is titled Divine Visitors and Promises. Bible passage. Genesis 18. Meet Abraham, a kind man living in the vast desert, known for his faithfulness and humility. One scorching day, Abraham noticed 3 visitors approaching his tent, sparked curiosity in his heart. He rushed to greet them with warmth, saying, "Please don't pass by without stopping." Eager to host, Abraham asked his wife Sarah to bake bread and selected a tender calf for their meal. He served his guests with genuine love, embodying the true spirit of hospitality. During the meal, one visitor asked, "Where is your wife Sarah?" Abraham confidently replied, "She's in the tent." Then the visitor made an amazing promise. He said, "I will return next year and Sarah will have a son." Sarah laughed quietly, doubting, "Can I really have a child at my age?" The visitor reassured her, "Is anything too hard for God?" As the visitors prepared to leave, they looked towards the wicked city of Sodom, where a divine plan unfolds. God revealed his intention to Abraham. He will assess the city's wickedness and judge accordingly. Bravely, Abraham asked God, "What if there are righteous people? Will you destroy the city?" He pleaded for mercy, asked God to spare the city for the sake of the good within it. Abraham continued, "What if there are 50, 45, 30, 20, 10? God promised to spare the city for even a few righteous souls. Through Abraham's bold prayers, God shows his deep concern for justice and mercy. Abraham learnt to trust in God's promises, even when they seem unbelievable. Remember, like Abraham, when you have faith and patience, great things will happen in your life. His story reminds us to welcome strangers and show kindness at every opportunity. Hospitality isn't just about serving food, it's about giving your heart and respect to others. Even in doubt, Sarah's laughter reflects our human side of faith. We all have questions, but the visitor's words remind us, with God, nothing is impossible. Abraham's courage in seeking mercy teaches us to advocate for justice, even before God. His conversation with God illustrates that mercy and righteousness are vital in the divine plan. Abraham's faith was not blind hope, it was built on trust and open dialogue. Your faith journey may look different, but patience and trust always pave the way for miracles. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories that uplift and inspire your faith journey. Thank you for journeying with Abraham today. Like and share this story and inspire someone to believe.